Is it Kobe Bryant? Oh! With a left-handed sledgehammer. What bad wheel?
Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady, Muhammad Ali. These are some of the greatest athletes we've ever seen, bar none. Not only for their physical play, but their personalities as well. Ali's charisma, Brady's discipline, Kobe's Mamba mentality. These are things that play big roles in their careers. And it goes to show how important our personalities really are to us. We use our personality every day to make decisions on what we should do, to build relationships with people, to reinforce the way we treat ourselves.
Why won't you let me get another door to you? Why?
Then there's the opposite. People who are just fucking miserable to be around. Just a real unpleasant, irritating, fucking distasteful subgroup of people. Now, of course, we're talking about two extremes here, but it does raise the question, why? Why do our personalities develop so wildly different? What makes people act like this? Why do some people seem born for greatness and others are just not? What's good, niggas? Don't ever let motherfuckers tell you being a YouTuber is easy. I started recording this bitch at 1 in the afternoon. It's 10:22 at night right now. I can't find the angle. The lighting is up. I want to do this video standing up, actually, but just everything just doesn't work. I got this fat ass fucking mic, the pop filter on. I can't stand up and record with this. It covers my whole face. It's up. I can't. I tried my best, alright? So I'm gonna have to sit with what the I got. Over the past couple of years, body image has been a big topic of conversation with things like fitness content and the body positivity movement with wildly different takes across the board.
You know, I was simply saying, a fat woman is the, equivalent of what a broke dude is.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, Denford, I cannot keep quiet.
Yeah. Regardless though, today I want to talk about body image because I believe that it is one of the biggest factors when it comes to the development of our personalities. But before we start having a conversation about that, I want to have a conversation about genetics. Genetics, the foundation of every human being. Now, usually when conversations about genetics get brought up, people have the tendency to either degrade themselves or other people. Black pillars, femcells, good old-fashioned racism. You know, blacks and whites, they've been going racist for like a minute now. And, that's always a fight that black people end up losing because this is their area of concentration. Dirty ass, spook, moon cricket. I'm sick of these niggas, man. This is such a big house. You guys own this? You get rid of one of them, 15 come back. It ain't black and two. You know where you're at right now? This white folk country. And then there's black people, and all we got is oatmeal, unscented candles, P-O-N-C. What the fuck are we doing? Anyways, genetics. Genetics play a non-trivial role in its effects on our personalities. We know this from studies on identical twins. Researchers compared twins who were raised both together and apart and found that even when raised in different homes, identical twins were still more alike in their personalities than regular siblings. In fact, they shared about 30 to 60% more traits. So before you even have a say-so about, let's meet in the middle and say, 45% of your temperament is predetermined. But then that leaves the other half, and that's when body image plays this role. Because we talk a lot about environment shaping who we are as people, and it's true, someone who grew up in the butt-fucking Nebraska on a dirty-ass farm eating mashed potatoes and pork chops is going to have a different upbringing and experience than someone who grew up in the Bronx, right? It plays a big role, but how you look is one of the biggest driving factors to how your environment affects you. Because the way the world perceives you influences your self-image, and it all starts from an early age. As someone who grew up fat their entire life, fat kids peak fresh out the box when they're all chunky and cute and everyone's pitching their cheeks and everyone's doing this stupid fucking voice. And then they turn like 6 and other kids can form coherent sentences. Fatso, Porky, Double Wide, Butterball, depending on the community you grew up in. Fat bitch. I don't have first-hand experience growing up skinny, but I know a lot of skinny kids went through the same kind of things too. If you're a girl, it might have been the feeling of not being thin enough. For guys, it's usually the feeling of not being big or strong enough. And it's due to a lot of the same reasons big kids might feel bad about themselves. Things like disparaging comments from parents, being judged in school, a big one being the media we consume. When we see certain celebrities, movies, or even cartoons, people have the tendency to compare themselves to standards not even meant for them. This is a universal thing people do at multiple stages in life. People fall into this toxic trap of comparisons, and when they don't match up, problems arise. And this isn't a diss towards the media because at the end of the day, the media only puts out things that we want to see. Sunday, New York City, 12:45. The streets are full of people enjoying the summer. Then out of nowhere, boom! A huge explosion destroys the bottom of a skyscraper. The ground shakes, chaos erupts, people screaming and running, now he comes! Megaton! This 7'11", 400-pound behemoth just starts destroying the city. He's ripping through buildings, destroying cars, kidnapping women. He starts to charge up another attack, then something flies from the air. Megaton gets hit with a barrage of attacks. He tries to fight back, but he can't. This being is too strong. It's too much to take. He finally goes down. The dust settles. People stop and stare at whoever this is. A silhouette of a man. A silhouette of a hero. The soul that stopped Megaton. The man who saved us from his reign of terror. A beacon of hope and justice. And it's AOJ! AOJ is a mission! Oh, Boston is a mission! Unless this shit was satire, ain't nobody watching this. Again, ain't nothing wrong with liking these sculpted, perfected, larger-than-life figures. But when you start to let this stuff affect you, fictional or not, in real life, as I'm about to go over, you ain't gonna do nothing but hurt yourself. So we talked about the negatives, but where does this leave people in adulthood? Pretty much a decline in almost every aspect of life. Low self-esteem, lack of confidence, insecurity, social withdrawal, sleeping problems, lack of motivation, jealousy, emotional spending, bad physical health, body dysmorphia, eating disorders, anxiety, depression, struggles finding a relationship. You know how hard it is to find somebody where you're not conventionally attractive? Negative body image doesn't always mean that you're ugly, but there's usually overlap between the two. You'll think it'd be easy, right? Just find somebody on your level. These motherfuckers be choosing too, man. Turns out they want to fuck bad bitches like everybody else. And even if you are able to break through that barrier, everyone can't join, you know, because, you know, two skinny people, you know, it's not really much of a problem. But two fat people can't fuck. That's not real. How would that even, like, work? You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to blow up a lot of big nigga spots. Not me though. I don't associate with this. A lot of big niggas, they're a lot of big niggas are walking around with any dicks. Man clips, if you will. You might be thinking right now, Trey, what the fuck? Is there any of this stuff that you said backed up by studies? Well, yeah, of course. Doing research for this video, I found these two studies. They both have long-ass names, so I will not be reading them out loud. But both of these studies look at how positive body image connects with the big 5 personality traits. The only main difference is that one study included both men and women, while the other one just focused on women. Both studies taught the same thing. Personality traits, self-esteem, and body image are closely linked. Having a positive body image tends to boost traits like openness and extroversion. I'm not going to go super in-depth about these two studies because I feel like the answer was pretty obvious. But what I do think is intriguing to talk about is, what should you do with this information? Honestly, there's like 3 options. A, stay the way you are and focus on loving yourself. B, work on your body, work on the way you look, lose the weight, build muscle. Or C, do both. Each path is going to have its own pros and cons. Loving yourself is going to bring you confidence and everything else. But if your health is already fried, you ain't doing nothing but hurting yourself physically. If you only focus on looking good physically, your mental health might take a hit. I think it's pretty clear that aiming for both is what we all should be striving for. In a world obsessed with quick fixes and everything else, sometimes playing the long game is the smartest move. I am so sorry that this video took 3 months to make, okay? I kind of got a little lazy, a little complacent. Life happened, a lot of things happened around me, but regardless, we back, okay? I promise you guys, I'm gonna try to get y'all content every 2 weeks to a month. That's gonna be my goal going forward. I'm gonna try not to have these big, long, spaced out breaks in between videos anymore. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that other shit, and bye. I like